Assalamualaikum students. Today the second topic we have to start is for continuity equation from fluid mechanics. Now for this lesson in fluid mechanics I will be discussing the continuity equation. The learning objective for continuity equation is to define fluid flow and understand how conservation of flow can help one determine fluid velocity or the cross-sectional area of the fluid conduits. Conduit means the containers or the pipes from which the fluid is being flown. This will be the second lecture that truly moves out of fluid statics or the science of fluids at rest and into the domain of fluid dynamics or the science of fluids in the motion. Now let us take a round pipe and define the continuity equation as it is simply a mathematical expression of the principle of conservation of mass for a control volume that has a single inlet and a single outlet. We are going to consider a pipe with a single inlet and a single outlet on the left hand, single inlet from the left hand side and outlet from the right hand side. The principle of conservation of mass states that for steady state flow, the mass flow rate into the volume must equal the mass flow rate out. Or you can say the mass contained in any volume of a pipe must remain constant if there are no sinks or sources. Is called the continuity equation of fluids. Now according to the continuity equation, volume flow per unit time of fluid through a pipe is equal to the product of cross-sectional area of the pipe at any pipe speed at any point along the pipe. Now that serves as the conduit for some liquid, and suppose its size varies along its course. The fluid here is moving from left to right. Here you can see the inlet on the left hand side has the area, smaller area, and the outlet on the right hand side has the larger area, and this shows that the fluid flow is the volume of fluid that moves past a certain point per unit time, depicted from the figure. Here you can write the fluid flow rate as Q is equal to V over T. Here V is the volume per unit time. So from the above written equation, written definition, the fluid flow is the volume fluid that moves past a certain point per unit time. Here here the Q represents the fluid flow, which for some reason stands for the fluid and equals the volume divided by time. This is a powerful relationship in itself, but it also leads directly to the focus, and this video will take an arbitrary long section of narrow pipe. Here we will define the two cross-sectional areas. First is the cross-sectional area 1 and the other is the cross-sectional area 2. As you can see in the picture on the left hand side, we have taken a section A1 with the area A1, and the speed of the fluid flow from this section is V1 and the length of this section is L1. Now from that we can write the volume, the fluid flow is equal to V1 over T, or the fluid flow through the segment will be equal to the volume divided by time. As the fluid flow from this section 1 is V1, so we can write the fluid flow is equal to volume divided by time, that is Q1 is equal to V1 over T. Is Q here what we have learned is Q1 is Q1, which is the fluid flow, and that is given as Q1 is equal to volume V1 over T, or the flow fluid through the segment will be equal to the volume divided by the time. We know that volume of a cylinder is given as cross-sectional area times its height, or in this case we can write volume V1 is equal to A1 times into L1. Here area of the inlet on the left hand side is A1 and the length of this segment is L1. So we can write Q1 is equal to A1 L1 over T. Here we can combine, or we can uh, group the equation differently by dividing the length by time. That gives L1 over T is equal to V1, that is the velocity of the fluid flowing through the inlet on the left hand side. So the equation becomes Q1 is equal to A1 V1. So this results in the flow through the cross section 1 is equal to the cross section area of the section 1 times the velocity of the fluid moving through the section 1. Now in the identical case, if we define a section 2 in the white part of the pipe, we will quickly determine the value for the fluid flow as Q2 is equal to the area 2 times the velocity. So we can write Q2 is equal to A2 V2. This is the key realization that the two fluid flow rate are equal. So we can write Q1 is equal to Q2. Now if the two fluids are not equal, fluid flow are not equal, then some of the fluid may flow back. कुछ fluid हो सकता है कि पीछे को flow कर जाए और ये जो equation है Q1 is equal to Q2 ये disturb हो जाए, जबकि जो कि fluid mechanics जब आपने पीछे पढ़ा कि fluid mechanics में जो fluid liquids होते हैं वो non compressible होते हैं. It means कि अगर fluid back flow करेगा तो compress हो जाएगा, जो कि violate करेगा conservation of the mass. Conservation of mass for the fluid mechanics. Now as the liquids are non-compressible, so Q1 is equal to Q2, then we can write A1 V1 is equal to A2 V2. That is referred as the continuity equation shown here. This is the simplified form for the appropriate non-compressible liquids we have discussed for the fluid mechanics. If you think that the statement of conservation of flow, which is really the conservation of the mass applied for the fluids that are non-compressible, अगर ऐसा हो कि फ्लूइड बैकवर्ड फ्लो करे और कंप्रेस हो जाए तो फिर भी लेफ्ट से राइट हैंड साइड पे फ्लूइड्स की फ्लो के दौरान कहीं पर इक्वेशन ऑफ कंटिन्यूटी जो है वो एप्लीकेबल होगी, लेकिन वो थोड़ा सा कम्प्लेक्स हो जाएगा आपको सॉल्व करना, जो कि फिजिक्स के लॉज और इंजीनियरिंग के लिहाज से थोड़ा डिफरेंटली वर्क होंगे, क्योंकि मुख्तलिफ जगह पर मुख्तलिफ पॉइंट्स पर कुछ ऐसे पॉइंट्स होंगे जहां पर इक्वेशन ऑफ कंटिन्यूटी एप्लीकेबल होगी और इक्वेशन जो होगी इससे कुछ डिफरेंट होगी. ठीक है, तो इक्वेशन ऑफ कंटिन्यूटी के अकॉर्डिंग क्या होगा, कंजर्वेशन ऑफ मास एप्लीकेबल होगा फॉर द फ्लूइड फ्लो ऑल द टाइम, और जो लिक्विड्स होंगे वो नॉन कंप्रेसिबल होंगे. और आपकी ये जो इक्वेशन है A1 V1 is equal to A2 V2 means that the area on the left hand side with the product of V1 velocity of the fluid on the left hand side should be equal to the area on the right hand side with the product of velocity on the right hand side V2, which is the equation of continuity. Example of a water hydrant. Here you can see that we have taken a water hydrant and we have hooked up it with the water hose and turned it on with the radius with the water flow. Here the radius of the hydrant is 2 cm and the velocity from this hydrant is 4 meter per second. Similarly, from the hose or the nozzle, the radius of the nozzle is 1 cm and the velocity of the nozzle exiting out the water flow, we have to find the velocity. Now we can solve for this by using the equation of continuity. That shows that it can be solved by the equation of continuity. Here we will take A1 V1 is equal to A2 V2. Here area of A1 is given as for the water hydrant is pi R1 square into V1 and the area of the nozzle is given by pi R2 square into V2. You can write the values for R1 and R2 on both sides, and cancelling pi on the both sides we have the values, and rearranging and solving them we get 4 into 4 divided by 1, which is equal to V2. Solving this equation we get V2 is equal to 16 meter per second. This shows that the velocity from the emerging out flow from the nozzle is 16 meter per second. By this you can, by using the equation of continuity, you have solved the problem. Now another derivation for the continuity equation by conservation of the mass, we will consider an ideal fluid of constant density rho is steadily flowing through a pipe. As shown in the figure, you can see that the velocity of the fluid is v1 and the distance or the section length is del x1, and the area of the left hand side pipe is A1, and the right hand side the area of the pipe is wider and it is A2, and the length of this section is del x2.